Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to our strength podcast, where we're going to talk about strength and nutrition, and we're going to move at the same time. So we're not going to sit down at a table, hold our little microphones. We want to inspire you to move with us.
Yay.
So we're going to talk about nutrition, and we're going to talk a little bit about a back chest workout. We're going to do it with you. So I'd love for you to take this video with you to the gym. We're going to start with lat pull downs and a dumbbell chest press, followed by TRX pull-ups and TRX push-ups. All right, you ready? Let's go.
Let's do it.
You start on pull downs.
Okay.
The big thing on pull downs, you guys, is that you lean back a little bit and you look up so that it helps keep her traps out of the equation. And then her speed is perfect. It shouldn't be any faster than this. I'm going to do TRX pull-ups on a slight incline. What we're doing today is we're going to start out moderately, as you should start out every workout. Your first round of sets should be 10, 15, or 20 repetitions. Give your muscles and your joints a chance to warm up. Let's do 3 more.
Got it.
So while we're doing this, 2 more, and then we're both going to flip to chest. Next, let's do a quick talk about nutrition. Does your husband, she's in. Does your husband or your friends tell you to do intermittent fasting? You should do intermittent fasting. You should do keto. Keto worked for my neighbor. It works for my cousin. He did intermittent fasting. And here is the #1 requirement for us when it comes to choosing a diet that you're going to follow.
Is it sustainable?
Is it sustainable? Will you keep doing it? We're going to do 6 more of these chest presses and push-ups. Will you keep doing it when you're on vacation? That should be your ongoing litmus test.
Right.
Because if you give up your diet on vacation, guess what that leads to? Or you give it up during the holidays. What does that lead to? Inevitably, you just quitting it altogether. You're like, oh, I haven't done it for a month. And then you become one of those people who say, I got to get back on my diet.
Right.
Anything else to add?
Life happens, right? And then when it happens, you want to live the life you're choosing, which is going to be better eating, better diet, or at least one that you can do on vacation.
Yes.
You should be able to do that. Okay, great.
So,
switch.
With us being Precision Nutrition certified, she's a level 2 Precision Nutrition certified coach. I'm a level 1. What is the big thing that Precision Nutrition teaches? We're switching, you guys. We're going lat pull downs or pull-ups, depending on which station you have available. Mm-hmm. So the big difference between Precision Nutrition and a lot of the programs out there is that it's habit-based.
Right.
So everything we do in life, whether you recognize it or not, we do habitually. So if we can change your habits, then we can change your nutrition protocol, and we can create results, because your habits of 5 more, eating after dinner, eating too much sugar, not eating enough protein, what else?
Water.
Not getting enough water. Those are habits.
Eating dessert after dinner automatically. That's a habit.
Right.
One we'd like to change.
Right. And so I think occasionally people they think, oh, habit-based training, that isn't significant enough.
Right, it's too slow.
It's too slow, it feels too easy. I want something really hard.
Right, I'm doing it wrong. I want to blow it all up and do it quote unquote right.
And follow
the rules, right?
Yeah, follow rules and have
right.
a nutrition log to follow. But if you're not learning the skills,
right,
and skills with those habits, like we said, your skill of not eating dessert, your skill, 3 more, of drinking enough water and getting enough protein, those are skills, you guys. You need to master those if you want to lose weight and keep it off long term.
It's true.
What else do you have to add to that?
Because that'll keep it consistent, right? It's almost like you follow this strict diet meal plan, this rigid way of eating, and then the minute you want to have a cookie or you slip up, you did put it heavier?
Yeah, no.
you slip up, then you feel like you failed. And then you go all the way off, like Maureen says, you just derail. Whoop, okay, I just didn't do that. Then you go right back to, what'd you learn? Nothing.
You learned to follow a program and quit a
And
program.
fail.
Yes.
And then you keep starting and stopping that, instead of what might seem too easy, step by step, the consistency. And having a group around you that'll keep you on the path.
4 more.
That's what we do.
Yeah, accountability is huge.
Yep.
If you're all by yourself and you don't have an extreme urgent date coming up to keep you on track, most people are going to be like, oh, I'll start it Monday.
Right.
Oh, I screwed up. We're making these push-ups harder, you guys, and these lat pull-downs harder. So the chest press comes heavier. What we're doing 20s, 25s, and 30s with this chest press, moderate to heavy for us. 10 more. And we're still in a higher rep range. So we're about 10, 15. So that's our advice for you when it comes to nutrition coaching. The approach that we take here, and that has been so wildly successful for all of our clients, especially in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, is long-term planning. Don't make it too strict so that you feel that you're either on or off.
Right.
You're getting better a little bit every day. And then with that comes accountability. How'd you do this weekend? Did you weigh in on a Monday? How much protein are you getting? Anything else?
Yeah, and then even if it feels super easy, well, we're making it simple so you'll get the foundational aspects to it. Then when you're ready, we can make it as sophisticated as you want. You want to start looking at macros? I mean, we can do that. We just don't start there. We go big, general, protein, water, big rocks.
Eating without skipping meals.
Right, the basic stuff, because, hey, if you start talking about, what else, supplements, and you start going all that first, you'll never get the basics right, because what is it? It's not sexy, but it has teeth. What's it?
Do you guys remember that saying in the movie The Firm when Tom Cruise gives the FBI agent all the information, and the FBI agent thought that it was going to be all this glamorous stuff so they could arrest all the bad guys? And Tom Cruise says, all this mail fraud, it's not sexy, but it has teeth. That's a lot of like what we do with our nutrition coaching.
Right. It might not seem sexy, but it is going to be effective.
It's not a new shiny object.
Right.
It's like she said, doing the general basic stuff first, because again, just to reiterate, if you think that your success is built in your supplements, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get the results that you want.
Right.
Can you consistently, though, do the small tasks that we give you? Mm-hmm. And that creates momentum over time. 4 more. So you should be feeling this in your chest now. Our speed, notice our speed is controlled without a lot of bouncing and or momentum.
Right.
Okay. We just have 1 more set, you guys.
What?
Let's do it 1 more time.
Got it.
This is technically a superset. It's called a push-pull superset because one of us is pushing. One exercise is pushing and one is pulling.
Right.
So now we make it really hard. Our rep range is going to go down in the 8 to 10 range. We're still staying in control, but we've increased the weight and I've increased my angle. 5 more, everybody. So I hope this inspires you to get off the couch today, to get in the weight room. And ladies, if you don't know what to do in the weight room, now you do.
Right.
Do some pull-ups on the TRX, do some pull-downs on the cable machine, and do some chest press on the bench.
Can do.
Mimic what we're doing. We go down to our armpits, do a little stretch, and then push. I'm going to make mine a little harder by going a little deeper and adding a knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
You could do these exercises 3 times this week. You could do this round Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. 8 to 10 here.
For sure.
Make sure these back moves, you always are sitting really tall and you're trying to use your shoulder blades, not your biceps. And by the way, if you want to get stronger, you can't do it if you don't increase your protein levels and your water, because muscles are made up of 72% water.
That's right.
One. So it's kind of like if you throw some seeds into the dirt and you don't give them any food or water, and you're like, why won't my flowers grow? My plants won't grow, because you didn't give them enough nutrients and the building blocks of water and sunlight. Your muscles are the same way.
Right.
6 more.
And the other thing that we add is the mindset. It's the way of thinking, the way of looking at this process is so important.
Like what?
It's a long term. You have to really, we can have short-term milestones that you reach for, but you have to really know that you're going to have to be better than you think for longer than you think. It's going to take longer than you think. It's not 14 days or 30 days or even 60 or even 6 months. A year, 2 years. How strong do you want to be? How fit do you want to be? You have to keep working on it.
Yeah, and when it comes to nutrition, ladies, if you have spent decades gaining weight, if it's only 5 pounds a year or 3 pounds a year, you have steadily gained weight since your 20s. Most people are like that. No shame, it's common.
And you haven't been moving, and that's another hard thing about that.
Yeah, and it takes time to reverse all that. You can't just say, I'm starting a diet, I'm going to the gym every day, in 30 days I want to lose 5 pounds or 10 pounds. It's generally not realistic.
And even if you did in that short period, it won't last.
It won't last.
You won't know what to do when you don't have all of that structure. You have to be able to learn how to do it on your own, with guidance continuing along the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. So there's our little mini superset, our push-pull superset, back and chest, thrown in with a lot of nutritional advice. We hope that helped you guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to get into the gym a couple times this week, and then start to think about your nutrition with a long-term mindset.
Yay!
Yay, thanks for joining us, you guys.